Hello guys, welcome to weekly outlook here on gold, the pound USD, USDCAD, and of course the DXY. And basically this week what I'm anticipating is simple. Using the DXY price action here, what I'm anticipating is if price can possibly pull back a little bit to these regions here, or possibly retest this trend line one more time, we can continue to the downside to retest 101 region, and if we break it, we'll continue to the downside to retest the regions of 100 if we get enough volatility. Okay, I'll only be looking out for buys if we see price currently breaking above this downward trend line above 103.50. The only time I'm looking for buys if price comes back to break this regions of 104.14 or 104 region, then we might see price pull back to the regions of 105.50. So this is what I'm anticipating for these regions continue to the downside. And if price is going to continue to the downside because we're in a downtrend, we have broken through previous low, then in USDCAD we might anticipate a little pullback as well. A little pullback to these regions here, to touch either these trend lines and then continue to the downside where we could possibly break these regions, retest, and head down to 132 region. Okay, so this is exactly what I'm looking at for here on pound on USDCAD, and also be looking at only for buys when we're breaking above this upward trend line. Broke above 135.50. I'm looking at if price comes back to 136.20, we'll get maybe a shift to the upside. All right, only then. Otherwise, around this region, the whole of these regions, we might still be in a possible downtrend. Okay, all right. And then also, it's keen to note that if price breaks through 133.60, even though at this market open, if price comes to break it, we might actually just get a continuation to the downside. Okay, so we need to take that. That's USDCAD, and on pound USD. It's simple, since I'm anticipating a pullback to the upside a little bit, then continue to the downside. I might anticipate a little bit of a pullback to the downside here to these regions here, possibly testing this upward trend line one more time, and then we'll continue to the upside to retest 128 and above. Okay, 128 and above. The only time I'll be thinking of selling pound USD is a break of this upward trend line and a break of this region here to retest these regions. Okay, so this is what I have for pound USD for the week. And then gold is crazy. I'm just going to be very much technical here. So we have upward trend line broken, retest. What do I expect? A double top here. What I expect? I'm expecting simple and short, just a continuation to the downside to break these regions of 1985 and 1980, and then we'll see price come back to the regions of 1940 or below. Okay, for the week. Or we could see maybe a potential change of mind if price could just maybe come retest these regions one more time. All right, and then we'll continue to the upside by breaking above 2040, and then we'll continue to the upside. And we could still also get a pullback, not just to this region, also to possibly to this region to give you like a double bottom, and then also come to do the same thing before we continue to the upside. So I'm looking at three scenarios. One, continuous movement to the downside, break the previous low here, retest it and continue to 1940, and then we could just get a pullback a little bit to these regions of 2010, a retest of rejection to this region, or maybe a little bit below, and then we could continue to the upside, break above this 2040-2045 region, retest it, and we'll continue to the upside. And lastly, we could just get this push all the way down to 1980, reject these regions one more time, and then continue to the upside. But let's just bear in mind that any break of 1985 region, then we might actually just retest the regions of 1945 one more time, pull back to these regions, or somewhere around this here for some kind of take profits, 1960. All right, so that's that on gold. And lastly, for the bonus, Euro USD, is same as pound USD. Likely we might just get a pullback, a little bit pullback to these regions here. Then we'll continue to the upside to retest to 110 or above. All right, or we could actually get something like, actually that's just it. And then, or we could just a break of this region, then we might start seeing price to the downside, but I'll be very much confident to sell if price breaks through the regions of 107.50 retest it, and then we might just see price come all the way to 1.06 all the way. That means that price will run through all this region too for the week, but a break of these regions, maybe a downward trend. For now, Euro USD might just take us maybe pull back to these regions and just take us to the upside. All right, my best setup for the week, of course, I'm looking at pound USD playing out really nice, and also USD CAD. USD CAD looks sweet. So pound USD CAD for the week, and the XY should just as very good confluence for entries, and then let's see how the week will play out. Make sure you pack some pips, catch some pips, make some money. And then trade carefully, because we're trading towards the end of the month. Market could be fishy, well, just stay confident, stay diligent to your trading plan, and we'll see you guys next week for the last weekly outlook for the year, and also I'll see you during the weekend for weekly recap for this. All right, ciao.